David Ace has been on fire lately, riding a 15-game hitting streak. He's quickly becoming the talk of the league. It's the Tampa Bay Rays and the Detroit Tigers. First pitch coming your way next. So 2 down, and next to hit for Detroit, David Ace. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. Could be extra bases. Around first, digging for 2. Now the tag at second, and he's out, trying for 2. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang play to end the inning. Scoreless after 1. To the plate now for the Rays is the DH, Darren Barnwell. One out, bases empty. That one back up the middle, and it gets through.
Batting 7th, the center fielder, Josue.
2 aboard, 2 outs.
The second baseman, David
Ace needs just one more base hit to reach a staggering 300 for the year.
You might think him reaching 300 hits in a season is unprecedented, but you'd be wrong. Paul Strand had 325 hits for the 1923 Salt.
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. And it is gone. That one felt good. His latest homer in an incredible season. And they throw 3 on the board. It's 4-0. That's his 3rd straight game with a homer, Singy.
This dude is on fire, Boone. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often. That's just a great feeling as a hitter. You let the ball travel, tracked it pretty nicely. He's almost beat there, but he gets the bat head in time, and it's true enough to stay fair. I mean, that's a good feeling when you can hit an opposite field home run, and he did it right there.
Ground ball right side, could be 2. Throw to second, but he's in there as a run scores.
Up next for Tampa Bay, the first baseman, Nick Kurtz.
First and second, 1 out. Nick Kurtz, the next to hit. Traffic on the bases with 1 already in. Top half of inning number 4. Tapped softly on the ground. McGonigal steps on the bag for 1. Double play. What a quick killing to end the inning. So 1 run on 1 hit. No errors and a runner left. We're midway in the 4th. Tigers 4, the Rays 1.
Now batting, second base.
Ace was driving the offense for them in his last game with 5 RBIs. Late on that fastball.
I'm sure he's happy after all that production in the last game. I went to the archives for this nugget. You know who has the most 5 RBI games in a single season? Juan Gonzalez with 8 in 1998.
Throw to first in time.
Jordan.
Now up for Tampa Bay, Roger Reyes.
Roger Reyes.
Kurtz off of first with 2 away. And he hits a ground ball right side. Handles, throws to first, and that will end the inning. 1 left for Tampa. They're down 4. It's 7-3. Two outs, nobody on. Now it's the second baseman, David Ace. He's already homered in this game. This is a true 5-tool guy. Not very many of them out there, but when he's on the field, you can't take your eye off of him. Left field, way back there. Onto the bullpen roof and gone. See ya. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add a run. It's 9-3. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Man at first, and now Charlie Davies.
Davies.
On the ground, 2 ball. Ace over to second, now to first, and it's a double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
So 2 on with 2 away. Roger Reyes next to hit for the Rays. Lifted to left, and that should do it. And that'll do it. The Tigers take this one in a blowout. Ace was a big contributor for them in the win. Cracked a pair of homers.
No question, he was a big piece of their success in this ball game. Fantastic effort at the plate.
David Ace, fresh off an impressive 2-homer performance. He'll look to keep that momentum going today. It's the Tampa Bay Rays and the Detroit Tigers. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Ace digs in now. Well, in their win last game, this guy came up with 2 home runs, obviously trying to keep the roll going here in this one. Swung on, belted. That's back. It's out of here. Touches down in the front row of the bushes. Home run. And they grab the lead. It's 2-0. That adds another game to his hitting streak, Chris.
Yeah, he's been doing so many things well at the plate and clearly driving the ball with some authority as part of that. He's really dangerous with the bat in his hands right now. When you're lacking velocity, it's so critical that you move the ball around, change speeds, even try to trick the hitter at times. But when you give up a home run right there, manager doesn't have a lot of patience because the velocity's not there to overcome and get the swing and miss.
Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
For the Tigers, the second baseman, David Ace.
to work. That one blasted deep to right. Way back there. And caught on the warning track. Not quite enough behind that one.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Runner at first with no outs here. On a line, base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
First and second, no outs. Now here is Dakota Jordan. Just missed. And another ball. Tampa Bay's bullpen with some action. Mark Gorman getting loose out there. Morales at second. Ace at first with no outs. Grounder might be two. The underhand flip. One at second, and that's two.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Here's the second baseman, David Ace. He's already homered here in this one.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in full speed.
Base hit, one run is in. Now 2 runs score. It's 9-1. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
First and second, 2 down. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Dakota Jordan.
0-1.
Traffic on the bases with 3 already across. Last half of inning number 5. And that misses. And that is ball 1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. Laboring here. About to throw his 30th pitch of the inning. And they're all loaded up.
You get a walk, and you get a walk. Everyone gets a walk, Boog.
So bases all loaded up. And next up for the Tigers, Lawrence Butler. 1 for 3. And first offering is fouled off. Smoked into left, base hit. 1 run across. Ball comes in. Runner stops at third. Base is still loaded with 2 out. Now here is Damian Trejo. He's already homered in this game. Swings and sends a rocket to right. Davies makes the catch, and that's the inning. So they do get 4 runs across, but they end up leaving the bases loaded. 5 innings complete. Tigers 10, the Rays 1. Roger Reyes next to hit for the Rays.
Roger Reyes.
Out to short, Leon. tosses to first, and that is the inning. The Rays strand just the one, not what they were looking for. It's 10-3. Man at first, nobody out. David Ace up now for the Tigers. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. That one ripped. Gives up the body and makes the catch.
Outstanding catch right there, and I love the commitment that he showed. He knew that the wall was close, but was determined to make that catch, and a nice calculation of just how much room he had to try to minimize that contact.
Ground ball could be two. To second, there's one. That's a double play. The ball game is over. Ace had a sensational showing in the win. A 3-hit performance, including a homer.
I'll tell you, Boog, I was excited every time he came up. When a player is locked in like he was, it's a really special feeling. Great job in this one.
I'm about to say it, so listen. I'm about to pick up the script. Things will never be the same. Normal is boring, I'm done with your dish. Make me do it like me. Make it look good like me.
When someone's loving someone's other love, my mother was a sign. I've been a rambling man without a plan, just shot right from the gun. Yeah, I told me I've been skating and I had my share of fun. Now they're
David Ace ready to go in this one. This breakout star has been a model of consistency at the plate, leading the league in batting average. It's the Tampa Bay Rays and the Detroit Tigers. First pitch coming your way next. And now, David Ace. Singing, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
That one is absolutely belted. And it's caught just in front of the wall. Runner tags and goes to third.
Batting fourth, the catcher, Blake. Ball.
So bases loaded with one away. And here's the first baseman, Nick Kurtz. Reyes at third. Kaplan on second. Davies at first. One gone. On the ground. Ace. There for the out. Runner scores from third.
Now batting, the center fielder, Josue De Paula.
Man at first, one away.
The second baseman, David
Ace with another scorching run of play lately.
We've gotten used to seeing him put together impressive stretches throughout his career, Boog. When he's going like he is right now, it's really fun to watch him.
That one the other way. Davies snags it, and there are two down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it, but in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
First and second here, no outs. Ace with some nice production in his last game. 4 runs batted in. That one ripped right center field. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. 1 run is in. Another scores. 2 runs in on the play. It's 4-3.
And And that hit carries a little extra meaning, Boog. It keeps his hitting streak going. He is dialed in at the dish right now.
I don't think there's a more confident hitter in all of baseball right now. Looks like he's expecting a knock every time he steps to the plate. Blake Sabol up now for the Tigers. He's 0 for 1. And the slider just misses.
Love seeing someone drive in a bunch of runs like he did, Boog. Doing that consistently lets your teammates know they can count on you to come through when the team needs it most.
The pitch. That's a little high. Now 2-0. Hard hit left side. Sends it across the first. That's out number 1. And a run comes in to score.
Here we go, tie game. That's situational hitting right there. Good job of putting the ball in play.
And up next for Detroit, David Ace. He's one of the best players in the game.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. That one opts against the fence. Round second, digging for third. And he's got himself a triple. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Down, runner at third. And now here is Blake Sabol. He's been a great free agent sign. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Don't be surprised to ball on the ground to the corners that they come home with the baseball instead of going to first base.
Tying run at the plate. Swings over the top of that one.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Here's a 1-1.
Oh, that pitch is out.
Movement in the bullpen. Nelson Ramos preparing to come on if needed. That's down and in.
I almost feel like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
Marbury in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. The tying run at the plate. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Sam Marbury now at the plate.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
And that's way high. Ball 1.
In this situation, he's trying to get you to pop something up or jam you. That's a really good take, knowing you got an opportunity to drive in a run here.
That one missing inside.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
And a slider misses down and away.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Kevin McGonigal in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Two on, 1 out. There's a strike. 3-1. And strike two.
Well, in this situation with a runner on first, less than 2 outs, some say, hey, get the ground ball, double play with 2 strikes. Some people say get the strikeout. I think you just execute your pitch, make the best pitch you possibly can, and let the result.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. Huge strikeout there.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly, he had him fooled.
Now at the plate, Kevin McGonigal. And that one inside, and it hit him.
Well, he's just glad they got hit with an off-speed pitch there instead of a fastball. Man, that would have hurt a lot more if it had velocity.
Cavadas in the box now, takes strike one.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
Big spot. 2 out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard. Next offering is down low. So the tying run at second. Strike two, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. And down on strikes he goes. That K is his 3rd of the game.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
No outs, runner at first. Now it's the second baseman, David Ace. Lots of pop at the plate, outfield playing back almost on the warning track.
Well, look out here. He's going to come up ready to swing in this situation.
There's a swing and a drive. And it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard. Headed for the plate. He'll score. Safe at third with a triple. His 3rd hit of the day.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Now here's the Detroit catcher, Blake Sable. That's ripped into the outfield. And out of here. His 13th home run of the season. It's 7-7. The brighter the lights, the more he shines.
Yeah, this guy lives for big moments, and right there made a statement big time. So good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
So runner at second, 2 down. Morales getting ready to hit.
Morales.
Ramos is just 1 strike away. Lifted to left, and that should do it. And he'll make the catch. Ball game. And the Rays salvage the finale of this 3-game series. Ace with a valiant job in defeat. Came up with 3 triples.
Can't say enough about what he did for him in this one. They lost, but it was in spite of his huge effort. It's easy to see why he's a key contributor for him.
Celebration, we all a beat. Bring everybody, we not